Good morning. Hello. All right. I promised you Afrobeats every Saturday of this month, and we're not going to disappoint. We're in a new area today, but that's all right. We still going to have fun regardless of where we are because we take yoga everywhere we go. But today we're going to have a little bit of fun. So if you are new, welcome. My name is Tianna Christine. Hello. Welcome to class. This is our Vinyasa flow. So every Saturday we are here 8:30 Eastern time, and we always have our mat. We may be in a different location. You never know where we're going to be. But guess what? We are on a different set. We're in the kitchen and we're going to work today. So get your strap, get your block, get everything you need. Maybe even if you need a wall handy, because we're going to roll out today. We're going to have some fun. So again, this class is going to be all Afrobeats for the month of February. So I hope you enjoy the class. Every first Saturday is our chair yoga class. So we're going to vibe out. I have not picked the intention word yet. You know I like to pick it live with you. So let me grab that. And don't hesitate to say hello in the chat. Let me know who's out there. I know I can see the people out there, so don't feel free. Don't be afraid to say hello. Give these cards a shuffle. And again, we're going to vibe out. I hope you can hear the music. If you can hear the music, definitely let me know in the chat. So again, you never know where I'm going to be. It could be anywhere. That's why these classes are so exciting, right? I get to take you with me. All right. Give the cards a little shuffle and then spread them out. Hopefully we get something good today, setting those intentions right. All right, let's see what we get today. All right. This is going to be a fun class. I really do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you came here for this work, because we about to work. If you don't get that one, that one's a Kess thing. It is carnival right now, even though carnival looks a little bit different. But that's for Kess. He's performing tonight, by the way. All right. Let's see who we got. All right. We got Tarkey 1. Yeah, is saying yes. And good morning to Jackie. Yes. Hello. All right. You guys ready for our intention word? All right. Our intention word today is connections. And we are connecting. It's out of focus. There we go. Make it a little bit more focused today. There we go. We got it. And today is all about connections, right? We're going to connect our hips, our shoulders. We're going to rock with it. We're here for this work today. All right. So we need to just move a little bit because we need to roll out our hips, get our bodies warm. Maybe you're in a cold area and it was a struggle to get out of bed. Maybe. I know the feeling, especially on a Saturday morning if you don't have to work. So let's get ready because we are going to work. Again, if you don't have a strap or a block, feel free to improvise with whatever you have. Even if you have a can of beans, can of soup, that can help to prop you up, and that's going to be something that's stable. Preferably a metal can because we don't want glass. We don't want anything to break on us. If you don't have a strap, what can you get? You can get a scarf, a belt, and guess what? I am here traveling. I didn't have any of those things. I had a cord. I made it work with my cord. So you got to make it work with what you have. This class is going to be all Vinyasa based. So again, we start at the mat. We get ourselves nice and comfortable, and then we go within our flow. I like to start and end every single class with a little bit of mindfulness. So it's really nice to just kind of come to the breath, right? We thank the Creator for waking us up in the morning, and we go with that. So just remember that as we go throughout our practice today, to keep that in mind, all right? So get everything you need. Let's get settled on our mat as we begin to just come to our breath, all right? So you don't have to have this easy pose. It doesn't have to be this folded legs one here. You can have your feet out, whatever feels comfortable to you. You can prop yourself up on something, whatever feels good. This is your practice. And again, this is a practice, not a perfect. Keep that in mind. I'm going to fold my legs just for simplicity's sake. I like to open up my hips. Again, this is just suggestions. You do what feels good for your body. Come to a nice, comfortable seat. And again, we're going to move our shoulders out. And don't hesitate to move your body, okay? This is going to be our fun yoga. It's Valentine's Day, so maybe you want to get the hips moving. It's okay if you don't have a Valentine, because you are your Valentine. It's all right. All right. We're going to take an inhale. Breathe in. Bring the arms up overhead. And exhale. Move the wrist as you bring it down. Inhale. Bring it up. Exhale. Take it down. Move out your wrists. One more. Inhale. Bring it up. Exhale. Take it down. Very nice. Let's come to the breath. Take your hands onto your thighs, whatever feels comfortable. Again, that intention word is connections. So we like to just connect our mind, our body, our breath, right? Yoga is to unite. We unite the breath and the body with every movement we breathe. So just keep that in mind today as we go throughout our practice. You can take your hands down, palms face up or down, whatever's comfortable. And you can bring your gaze down onto your mat or gently close your eyes, whatever's available to you. Just allowing your body to relax here. We release the tension within our eyes. Maybe allow your jaw to unclench and relax, letting the shoulders come down. Again, we thank the Creator for waking us up today, because every day that we get to wake up and do it again is a blessing. So just being thankful for one, being awake, we show gratitude. We give thanks for the connections that we have made, even throughout this pandemic. We've probably made some connections, rather family or non-family. I get to connect with you every Saturday. And we give thanks for that. Again, we bring that connection, that union of our breath and our body. And we take inventory of where we are right now with our breath, where we may be holding tension in our bodies. And with every breath, we just allow ourselves to relax here. And as we get ourselves ready for our practice, we keep in mind that this is a practice and we do what we can, because each time we do this, we find out more about ourselves. And that's the goal. And on that inhale, I'm going to take both arms up overhead. Take the gaze in between your hands. Lift up through the chest. And on that exhale, as we hinge forward, taking our hands down in front of us, allowing that head to come down towards the ground. It's okay if it doesn't connect. Beginning to just gently rock our shoulders from left to right, opening our hips. Maybe noticing you can get a little bit lower, allowing your forearms to relax, taking your forehead down. I'm going to gently walk our hands over to our right side. My left, your right. I'm your mirror today. And then gently over to the opposite side. And then gently coming back to center. And on your next inhale, walking those hands back up towards your body, coming to a comfortable seat. We take our hands behind us, lift up through the chest, open the chest, fingertips extend out behind us. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Relax the neck and the jaw. And come back to a comfortable seat as we begin to just rock our ear from our shoulder to shoulder. Maybe you pause on one side. Maybe we woke up and our neck wasn't feeling all that today. We honor that area, maybe give our neck and that stretch a little bit more time. You do this to your own pace. Again, this is your practice. And just continue to breathe. And on that next inhale, taking it back to center as we bring those shoulders up and take it down. Let's come to our tabletop position. Taking those wrists right underneath of our shoulders, knees stack right under our hips. Give it a rock. Now readjust wherever you need to. Keep your toes tucked. We're going to bring it to stillness. We're going to inhale, lower the belly, take the gaze up. Exhale, arch the spine, press into the fingers, tuck the chin. We're going to do this to your own pace. Again, maybe you invite a little bit of a rock in there. That's okay. This is your practice. Move as the body moves you. Whatever you're feeling. We got 2 more. And on that next one, go ahead and bring yourself to a nice neutral spine. We're going to move those hips. We're going to just readjust here, getting a little bit of stretch and a little bit of exercise in our wrist and our hips. Just moving our body, getting all the little cracks out. And then gently pause, and we're going to go the opposite way. It's really good to move those wrists because as we put pressure into the hands, we get to really move out our wrist. Got 1 more circle here. And bring it to stillness. We're going to untuck that right toe, take it out behind us, flex the heel down, give it a stretch. Now notice where your hips are. We want to square those hips off towards the mat. We're not going to bring it out to either side. Take the gaze down in between the hands. Slight bend in the elbows if you need it. And take the knee back in. We're going to go to the opposite side. Again, taking that heel down. Take the gaze down in towards the hands. Squaring your hip. And taking it back in. Give the hips a rock. All right, let's start playing with a little bit of balance here. So take those hips, bring it to center, extend that right foot out, but this time we're going to have it hover just a little bit, keeping those hips nice and square. So notice if the hips are going off to the side, we want to square it down. Taking that opposite arm out in front of you. If you'd like to tuck the opposite foot, either one that feels comfortable to you to get you nice and balanced here. And on that inhale, we're going to take our elbow to our knee, arch the spine, and take it back out. Arch the spine, take it out. We got 5 more. Let's go. 7's the number of completion. And out. 3 more. And let's go. We'll warm up that body nice and early here. And 2. Last 1. Hold it out. Just take a moment here. Really feel that stretch. We're stretching our toes to the back. We're bringing those arms overhead. And lower it down. Give it a rock. Going to the other side. Again, taking that opposite foot out. So this is our left foot. You can tuck the right foot if you need to. Square the hips. Take the opposite arm out. And elbow to knee. Arch the spine. And back out. And in. And 5 more. Let's go. And 2. Last 1, and let's do 1 more for good measure. I don't know if I counted that one right. Hold it out. Square the hips down. Give it a stretch. And on that exhale, lower back down. Tuck the toes if you don't already have it tucked. We're just going to do a little bear hold here. Taking your hands down in front of you. We're going to just lift those knees off the ground. Just a little hover here. Take the gaze down in between the hands. We hold. Maybe rock it out a little bit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up, downward facing dog. Paddle your feet. All right. Your body should be getting warm now. Take the gaze down towards the feet. We're going to bring those heels to stillness. Feel free to walk the knees in if you feet in if you need it, and bend the knees, whatever feels comfortable. Tuck the chin. Bring the gaze towards the hands. As we begin to walk the feet up towards the hands, come to a forward fold. Now keep a slight bend into your knees here. Keep breathing. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Lower the head. Give it a rock. Take those hands down. Relax it here. And on that inhale, press into the feet. Bring the arms up overhead. Take the hands up. Gaze up towards the sky. And take the hands down. All right, we're going to start our sun salutations. Taking the feet up towards the top of your mat. Placing them hip distance apart. Toes are going to track forward. On that inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands down. Bend the knees if you need it. We're going to come to a flat back. Plant the hands down, step back into your push-up or to your tabletop position. So if you're here in push-up, that's fine. Always drop the knees if you need to. If you're here in your push-up position, shift the weight over the heels. Lower your body all the way down towards the ground. Untuck the toes. We're going to take those hands right underneath of our shoulders here. Lift up through the chest. Activate that lower back. Press into the tops of the feet. Maybe give it a little shoulder rock. And on that exhale, tuck the toes, shift the weight back, downward facing dog. Take the gaze towards the hands, walk the feet towards the top, and forward fold. On that inhale, come all the way up. It's all right to rock with it out. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back here. Plant your hands. Step back and we flow. If you don't want to flow, push back to downward facing dog. That's okay. We'll meet you there. If you'd like to flow, go ahead and flow. You can do an up dog here, a cobra position, or you can lift the knees off the ground, whatever's comfortable. Shift back, downward facing dog. On that inhale, take the gaze towards the hands, come to your forward fold. Now, if coming to the front of the mat is too difficult, feel free to walk the hands to the back in your forward fold and then walk up after. On the inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to do 2 more sun salutations. Flat back. Plant the hands, step back, and flow through. Take 2 breaths. Take the gaze towards the hands. Walk the feet towards the hands. Forward fold. On that inhale, come all the way up. Last one. Let's do it. We're going to keep going. We're going to add to this. Flat back. Step back and flow. Take 2 breaths. It's all right if you want to pedal out your feet, move your hips, that's okay. Take the gaze and forward fold. We're going to take a bend into our knees. Bring our arms up for our chair pose. And it's okay to rock your hips in your chair, whatever feels good. We're going to take those hands to touch. See if we can squat down a little bit deeper. You know, if those hands and the shoulders are a little bit tight, it's okay to take the hands behind you. Any shoulders or rotator cuff issues, it's okay to take the hands behind you. Even if you like to take the knees together, that's okay. Whatever feels good to you, even the feet. You can always take the feet together as well. Take that pressure off. See if you can sit your hips back a little bit deeper. All right, we're going to do a little bit of a sequence here to this chair pose. We're going to take our right foot, take it back, and take it up. So again, you can have your hands wherever you need to. Left foot back, take it up, back, and up. So each foot is going to just touch back and bring it up. We're working that glute. See if you can keep the dip. So wherever your hands are. Got 2 more on each side. Keep your body low. See if you can sink into it. We're sinking back into that lunge. Last one. And come to stillness. On that exhale, forward fold. Forward fold becomes a resting pose at some point, right? And plant the hands down. Let's step back and flow. Take 2 breaths in your downward facing dog. Tucking your chin. On that inhale, we're going to take our right leg, bring it up towards the sky, bring it through, frame the feet, frame the hands with your feet. We're going to pivot that back foot 45 degrees, coming up into our warrior one. Bend into your front knee. Taking the gaze right in front of you. See if you can sink down a little bit deeper. On that exhale, lower the hands down. We're going to step back and flow through. Again, if you don't want to flow, maybe those arms are getting tired, feel free to push back to downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Take the left leg, sweep it up, and bring it through to frame the hands. If you need to come down onto that knee to bring the foot through, that's okay. Pivot that back foot, come up into your warrior one on your left side. Again, bend into your front knee. And on that exhale, take those hands down, step back and flow through. Take 2 breaths. I'm going to take the gaze towards the hands. And if it feels comfortable, you can jump to the front or walk to the front. If you'd like to take a jump, bend the knees and jump through. Take a bend into the knees, sit back into your chair. All right. Again, we stay low. You can keep the feet together, whatever feels comfortable to you. On that exhale, we take that right foot, take it back. Bring it forward. Take it back and forward. Keep going. So we got 2 more on each side, and then we're going to switch it up a little bit. Staying low. Last set, and then we have the arms. Right and left. Right, left. Right, 2 more on each side. You got this. Left. Right, left. And it's okay if you fall. You come back in. 1 more. And bring it to pause. Rock the hips. And on that exhale, forward fold. Resting pose here, right? Remember I said forward fold be a resting pose. Now, if you need a little bit more space in your forward fold, feel free to open up your feet. Taking a flat back here. Plant your hands, step through and flow. We meet in downward facing dog. Taking 2 breaths. Taking that right leg up, bring it through, framing our hands. Pivot the back foot, warrior one. Bending down into that knee. On that exhale, we open up into our warrior two pose here. Gaze over the ring finger, nice strong T-arms, keeping that back arm straight. On that inhale, we reverse our warrior. Take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Taking that back hand down the leg, gazing up. On that exhale, let's come to our side angle, taking the forearm down into the thigh, sweeping the arm overhead. Inhale, reverse. Again, side angle. Now you have two options here. You can again take the forearm down, or you can take the hand to the inside of the foot. If you have your can, your block, whatever you have, you can take it here. Stretch the arm overhead. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands back as we step back and we flow through. Take 2 breaths. Taking that left leg up. Bring it through to frame the hand. Pivot the back foot. Come up on your warrior one on your left. And it's okay left and right. We're going to do both sides. Exhale, open up, warrior two. I can't help but dance. I'm not sorry. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Take the gaze up towards the ceiling and your hands take that opposite arm back. Again, continue that bend into the knee. We're opening up our hip. Feel free. Don't look down and keep that knee outside of the ankle. We want to keep that knee stuck right over our ankle. Exhale to side angle. Take the forearm down again onto your thigh if you need it. Sweep it over. Reverse the warrior again. Side angle. You can take the hand down to the inside. Again, sweeping that arm overhead. Whatever feels comfortable to you. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, windmill the arms down. We step back and we flow through. Take 2 breaths. Again, we come and take that gaze towards our hands. We're going to come to the top. You can walk, step, or jump. If you'd like to jump, again, bending those knees as we jump forward. Take a bend, sit back into your chair. Give the hips a rock. And on that exhale, we bring ourselves to stand. Just take a moment, catch your breath. I want you to stay at the top of your mat. I'm going to just come off to the side just to give you a bit of a demo here. We're going to take those feet to touch. Whatever feels good to you. Maybe if you need to have a little bit of space, that's all right. Taking those arms up overhead. We're going to interlace our fingers, take our palms up towards the ceiling. Lift up through the chest. And on that exhale, as we hinge towards the right side, open up your chest, plant your feet. Continue to lift as you extend over to the right. Maybe gaze up to the ceiling, open the chest. And bring it back to center. Extend over to the opposite side. Gaze up towards the ceiling. On that inhale, come back up. Release it out, shake it out. We're back at the top of our mat. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Coming to a flat back here as we plant our hands, step our feet back, and flow through. Again, if you feel like flowing through isn't what you're feeling today, push back to downward facing dog. We all meet here, taking some breaths, tucking our chin. We're going to take that right leg, bring it up towards the sky. We're going to bring that knee towards the nose as we bring the foot through. Pivot the back foot, warrior one. Very nice. Take those hands behind you. We're going to interlace them behind us. If they don't interlace, that's okay. You can hold on to your shirt, hold on to opposite elbows, hold on to a strap, whatever feels good to you. I'm going to interlace my fingers, take my shoulder blades to touch. Again, still keeping that bend into the knee, opening everything up, lifting through the chest. And on that exhale, I bring my head in towards the inside of my knee for humble warrior. It's allowing my head to come down, bringing those arms overhead, taking the gaze up towards my belly. With every exhale, just opening up my shoulders. Maybe those arms come down a little bit more. Maybe they don't. Wherever we are today, we honor our body. We don't force it. We allow the breath to take us there. And on that inhale, pressing into the feet, taking us right back up. Release the arms, take them back up overhead. On that exhale, take your hands down. Step the foot back and flow. Take your breaths in your downward facing dog. Paddle your feet, whatever feels good. Move your hips. We're going to do that same thing on the opposite side. So again, taking that foot up. Bring it through, knee to nose, and bring it through to frame the hands. Pivot the back foot. Bring it up for your warrior one. Bend into your front knee. Taking those hands behind you. Interlace whatever feels good to you. Letting the shoulder blades come together. And on that exhale, begin to hinge forward. Taking that knee towards the inside. Head towards the inside of our knee. Look back, look up towards your belly. Take the arms up overhead. Continue to breathe. And on that inhale, press into the feet as you come back up. Bring the arms up overhead. And take them down. Step back and flow. Now, if you feel like you need to take child's pose, feel free to take that at any point throughout our practice and join back in. Take 2 breaths. This time we're going to walk our hands towards the back of the mat, coming into our forward fold at the back of our mat. Slight bend into the knee if you need it. Letting your hands come down, maybe even taking them behind your ankles, lowering your knee in towards your nose in towards your knees. Shifting the weight into the balls of your feet. And on that inhale, slowly press into the feet as you bring yourself all the way up to a standing position, nice and slow. That head's going to come up last. Maybe shimmy those hips on the way up. Bringing those arms overhead. Allowing them to touch. Take the gaze up towards the hands. Relax the shoulders. Lift the chest. On that exhale, take your hands down. We're here in our mountain pose. Let's walk ourselves towards the middle of our mat. We're going to turn ourselves over to the side. We're going to step out, bringing our feet a little bit more than hip distance apart. Our heels are going to be in slightly, and our toes are going to be out. If it's more comfortable for you to face the feet parallel, as long as that pinky toe edge of the foot is planted and rooted in the mat, you're going to readjust as needed. So feel free to move your feet as long as you're planting your feet. On that inhale, we bring our arms up overhead. And on that exhale, we begin to squat down, taking our arms to cactus or goalpost arms, opening up those hips. Maybe you rock. It's all right to rock. It's all right to move your body. Maybe moving those shoulders. See if you can get a little bit deeper. All right, and let's bring ourselves to stillness wherever we are. Maybe see if you can get a little bit lower. You got this. On that exhale, take the hands onto the thighs as we begin to fold. Taking our hips up, take your hands down towards the earth. Maybe give your hips a rock. We're going to turn ourselves towards the front of the mat. So turn your hands to frame your foot, the front of your mat. We're going to turn that toe towards the front of your mat and then pivot that back heel in. We're here in our pyramid pose. So allow your head to hang down. You can invite a bend into that front knee if you need it, and maybe even step the back foot in just a little bit to bring your head down towards the inside of your knee. Continue to breathe. With every exhale, let your body release and surrender into this pose. See if you can square those hips towards the front of your mat. On that inhale, we're going to slowly bring ourselves back to center. Bring that foot back in. And then take our hands towards the back of our mat. Again, pivot that toe out. Pivot that back heel in now. Lower yourself down towards the inside of the knee. Squaring your hips back to the front. Again, inviting small bend into the knee if you need it. Letting your head surrender. And on that inhale, take it back up and take it back to center. Allowing your head to come all the way down, wide forward fold. Whatever feels good to you in this moment. Maybe you rock the hips from left to right, bending the knees, holding on one side for a breath or two, and then going to the opposite side. Again, do what feels good to you. Go with what your body feels. Maybe your body is saying, I need a little bit longer stretch on this side than the other. Honor your body. We're going to do one more and then take it to stillness in the center. See if maybe you can release your head down a little bit deeper. And on that inhale, as we slowly bring ourselves up to a standing position, nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Our head is going to come up last. On that inhale, taking the arms up overhead. Bringing the hands to touch, gaze up towards the hands. We're going to heel toe our feet back to hip distance apart. And on that exhale, take the hands down into our mountain pose. We rock it out. All right. Let's take ourselves back to the front of our mat. Come back into our flow. On that inhale, take the arms, bring them up overhead. Exhale, take it down. Taking a flat back. Plant your hands, step back, and we flow through. Take 2 breaths in downward facing dog. We're going to lift our right leg up. Bend it, bring it through. Frame the hands. This time we're going to come down onto that back knee. So come down onto your back knee. Rock your hips forward and back. You can feel free to bring some blocks into this to lift your chest, or maybe just use your strength as you rock your hips forward and back. And we don't want to just dip. We want to keep our hips lifted. So as we begin to rock front and back, remembering to keep your hips lifted, we don't want to dump into our knees, okay? Keep the hips lifted. We're going to invite the arms, bring them up, hold it forward. Now you can untuck or tuck the back toe, whatever feels comfortable to keep you secure here. We're going to open up. So we're going to take that left hand, take it back. Open off to the side, gaze back towards that back hand. So this is a little bit of a twist, opening our body. Let's start to kind of reverse our warrior here. It's not a warrior, but a reverse lunge. Taking that backhand down towards our calf, sweeping the arm up overhead. So a little bit of a twist here. On that exhale, bring both arms back up. Square the hips back to the front. It's all right if you get a little rock. All right. And exhale, take the hands down. We're going to step the back foot up. Come on to that back knee. Step that front foot back, downward facing dog. Take the opposite leg up. Again, bring the foot through to frame the hands. Come down onto your back knee. Again, we're going to just bring ourselves to rock forward and back. You can bring the hands down, place them on blocks as you rock front and back. Open up your hips. Now make this movement as fluid as you like. And keep the hips forward. We're going to invite the arms, bring it up. Again, still lifting through the hips. Taking that opposite hand, taking it back. Take the gaze back towards your hand. Open up that hip and those quads a little bit more. Dropping that back hand towards the calf. Lifting the front hand up. Gaze up towards the ceiling. On that exhale, begin to bring the hands down. As we bring our back knee up, come onto that, bring the back foot up, and then bring the front foot back, down dog. Take a moment here, paddle your feet. I'm going to take that right foot again, bring it up. But this time, we're going to bring that knee towards our right elbow. So right knee towards the left elbow. Take it back. Now you can do this down onto your knee as well, right knee to right elbow, and take it back out. Whatever feels good to you. So 3 more. Right knee, right elbow. Take it up. Right knee, right elbow. Take it out. And 2. And last one. Hold here. We're going to bring it forward. Bring the foot through. Take it down. We're going to walk that foot all the way over to the opposite hand. Springing the foot over. We're going to drop our knee, come to our pigeon pose. Untuck the back toe. Look back, make sure that toe is straight. And when you're ready, begin to lower yourself down to whatever comfortable position. Feel free, you can have your block here. If you don't have blocks, stack your fist. Allow your forehead to come down. Move your body. Square your hips. Maybe you feel comfortable. Maybe you take one fist away. Maybe you take 2 fists away, letting your forehead connect with the earth. Now, if that hip doesn't come all the way down, invite a block underneath. That's perfectly fine. If not, staying right here, whatever feels comfortable to you. This is your practice. So in pigeon pose, you really got to kind of get yourself into it, using the breath to carry you down. So we're going to be here for another 3 breaths, just getting comfortable here, squaring our hips off towards the lower part of our mat, keeping our hips nice and square, not over to one side or the other. Going to feel a nice stretch here on the hip. And on that inhale, walk the hands back in. We're going to tuck that back toe, come up, and then take the foot back to our downward facing dog. Paddle your feet out here. We're going to do that same thing on our opposite side. Yes, we have 2 sides, right? All right, let's take that opposite foot up. Bring it up. Again, you can come down onto your knee if you need to. Left knee, left elbow, crunch it out, and take it back up. Arch it out. Right knee, left elbow. And 3, 2, last one, crunch and hold here. And then bring the foot through. Walk that foot all the way over to the opposite hand. We're going to drop the knee, coming to our pigeon pose on the opposite side. Untuck the back toe, make sure the toe is straight, and then bring yourself down. Now again, you may notice one side is a little bit different. Remembering to square your hips off. It's where you're going to feel that stretch. And we want to do it to the sensation of a stretch, not the sensation of pain. Using the breath to carry us down. We're not going to force ourselves down. Again, you can start off with those 2 fists or your block, taking your forehead down. And as you get more comfortable within this posture, you can maybe remove 1 fist or take your hands all the way down. Keep breathing. The great thing about this is that our breath really gets us down into the posture. You can always rock yourself. Notice if you're holding tension within that thigh, maybe even your toes or your shoulders. And on the exhale, just let it go. We have another 2 breaths. I really want you to get the full benefit of this posture. And on that inhale, we're going to take our hands, take them up underneath of our shoulders. We're going to tuck that back toe, come up onto the back foot, take the front foot back, downward dog. Paddle your feet. Bringing those heels to stillness. Shift back into your downward facing dog just a little bit more. Take the gaze up towards your belly. We're going to bring our knees down nice and wide to our child's pose here. Take the big toes to touch. Shift the weight back towards your heels. Take the forehead down. Now, depending if you want to relax your shoulders, you can keep the hands overhead or take the hands back towards your feet. Whatever feels comfortable to you. We're going to bring ourselves over to our right side. So if you have your hands back, you can take your hands over to the outside of your mat, over to the right side. Maybe taking that left hand, bringing it over. And then taking it over to the opposite side. Reminder to keep your hips nice and low. Taking it back to center. On that inhale, we're going to come forward, coming down onto our bellies. Taking our feet behind us. Untuck your toes. Maybe give those toes a little pat at the top of your feet. We're going to take those arms extended out to a T. Take your cheek down into the mat. We're going to lift that right leg up, bend the knee, open it over, bring the foot over across your body, open it up. Maybe taking that front hand up towards the ceiling as we open up our chest and our shoulders, relaxing your neck. Maybe you can take your hand, bring it behind your back. If you'd like to open up your shoulders a little bit more, completely up to you. Maybe open up the knee. Take 2 more breaths. And on that exhale, come back to your T pose, come back onto your belly. Turning your cheek over to the opposite side. We're going to do that same thing on our opposite side. Taking the left knee, put a bend into your knee. Bring the foot over across the body. Take the foot down. Open up your hips. And then take that arm overhead. You can take the hand behind you with your palm out. Open up that knee and the hip just a little bit more. And on that exhale, take it back onto your belly. Maybe taking your cheek down back onto the opposite side. Whatever feels good to you. I'm going to take those arms, take them up overhead. Zip our feet up together. Our toes are going to be pointing out. And on that inhale, we're going to bring both arms up over, hover them off of the mat, finding that strength in our lower back and our obliques. Lift the chest. Root the feet down onto the ground. And on that exhale, lower the hands back down. Lower the head. We're going to see if we can do that same thing, but this time maybe using our feet as well as our arms. So on that next exhale, we're going to inhale in, exhale, bring everything up. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hands, lift the legs. Continue to press and squeeze, lifting up. Maybe see if you can get a little bit higher. We're going to be here for 2 more breaths. You got this. Keep pressing, lift up a little bit higher. And on that exhale, lower everything down. Bring your cheek down. I'm going to bend those knees, windshield wiper your legs from left to right. Maybe take those hands down by in front of your hand, a little diamond shape here. As we take our feet back to center, we lower them down. Bring our hands under our shoulders, push back to your tabletop position. Readjust your body wherever you need to. We're going to take our knees to one side as we come onto our bottom. Swing the feet around. All right. Bring the feet up towards the front of your mat. Keeping the knees bent. We're going to lower our feet down in front of us. Rooting those feet down into the mat. So root your heels down. Sit up nice and tall. We extend those hands out. We lift our bodies up nice and tall, lift through the chest. And on that exhale, tuck your tailbone under as you begin to bring yourself back. Keeping those heels rooted as much as you can. Lean yourself back. Come all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest, one at a time. Oh, this feels good. Rock from left to right. I'm going to take both feet up towards the ceiling. Flex the toes down towards your body. Relax your shoulders. We're going to lower down one leg. Either leg, we're going to do both. So I'm going to lower down my right. Going to hug in my left. Maybe take the hands behind the calf or the thigh, whatever feels good. I'm going to reach out towards my feet. Now, if I can't touch my feet, I use a strap. I use anything that I have, a scarf. If you can touch your foot, maybe you'd like to take your peace fingers with the same hand and grip your toe. Flex the foot back. Feel that stretch all along the back of your leg. Maybe you don't have that. Hold on to your pants if you're wearing pants, right? Hold on here as well, whatever you have. We're going to take that foot out to the outside of our body. So taking our foot to the outside, feeling that stretch along the outside of our body, giving that opening of our hip. and take it over. If you have your hands to your toe, feel free to swap it out. We're going to take it over to the opposite side. Now again, let that foot come down to your comfort level. Remembering to create space within the hip, the rib cage in the hip. Bring it back up. Hold the leg in. And on that exhale, lower down. Going to do the same thing with the opposite foot. Bring it up. Maybe again, holding on with the strap, or maybe taking your 2 peace fingers to grip your big toe. Bring the heel back. We're going to take the foot to the outside. Opening up that hip wherever you are. And again, we take it back up. Maybe we switch hands as we bring it over to the opposite side. Notice where your body is. Release on the exhale. Remembering not to crunch in, opening up the hip. Knowing where your max is. And on that inhale, take it back up. Hug the leg in. And lower it down. We're going to take our knees, create a bend into the knees as we just windshield wiper our knees from left to right. Take the palms up into a T, hands to a T, palms up. Let the knees hang over for one side for a breath. And then taking it back up and over to the other side for a breath. Slowing down our heart rate, coming back to our breath. Taking them in, give them one last hug in, and then extend the knees out, lowering the feet. We're going to take a stretch, bringing the arms overhead. Wiggle up the fingers and lower the hands down by your side. The palms can be up, or we can have one hand over our heart, one hand over our belly. That intention word is connection. Let's connect our bodies with the ground. Let the ground support us today in our practice. I know that you've worked so hard today. So as we begin to just release the tension from our body, from the crown of our head to our jaw, our shoulders, fingers, hips, knees, and toes. Together we take a deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale, open mouth. Just allowing your body to surrender into the ground. Letting everything get soft. Coming back to that intention. We're even going to set a good intention for our day, right? We're going to have a good weekend. Maybe it's going to be cold weather. Maybe we don't have a Valentine, but we're going to love up on ourselves today. And that's going to help us to love up on each other. I want you to take another 2 breaths of silence. And as we begin to invite movement and awareness back into our bodies, wiggling our fingers and toes, taking those arms up overhead. Let's wake up our bodies, hugging them one knee at a time into our chest. Rolling over to one side. Let's drop our knees. We create space. Let's take up all the space we need today. And then we use that top hand to push us up into any comfortable seat. We take our hands, take them to heart center, and just take one more cleansing breath. I want you to thank yourself for showing up today, committing to your practice, thanking your body for showing up, supporting you in the practice today. I thank you for sharing your day with me, sharing your morning with me. I thank you so much. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Namaste. Oh, all right. I hope you enjoyed that practice because I surely did. I had a good time. I don't know if you did. I definitely got some work in. Hey, Sharia. Hey, girl. Hi, Teddy. Oh, look at there. We got Kitty's Kitchen. And look, I'm in the kitchen today. I'm in the kitchen working, okay? All right. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Namaste. Namaste to you. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. We're going to start it off right? You've already accomplished something. So regardless of whatever happens today, you have accomplished something. So let's keep that going. Let's keep that going. Let's turn up the energy. Let's get it going because, this is the weekend. So I hope you enjoy your weekend. Remember, Afrobeats, we got 2 more Saturdays in February. We're going to be here, Afrobeats. We're going to switch it up. We're going to enjoy the music. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. That's how we keep this going. We're on that move to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you enjoyed this practice, one, give it a thumbs up if you like the practice today. And then also share it with someone because that's how we keep this thing going. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them that we are here every Saturday. Every Saturday. And guess what? Even if they're not morning people, they can watch this back. And then if you enjoy the practice and you liked it, you can watch this again and again, create playlists, right? That's how we share this and keep it going, right? Yes, Jackie and Mommy. See, we got a whole family thing in here. So once you keep coming back, your family. I know who you are. You're interacting with me in the chat. I will shout you out. Just like we got Kitty's Kitchen. I think that you're new. We got Sharia. Yes, my traveling buddy. Again, it's carnival. So, I'm in the carnival spirit. We here for this work. Who else we got? We got my daddy. My daddy is doing yoga, y'all. I'm like, this is a whole thing. It's a whole mood. So if you did yoga, daddy, you don't even have to do your push-ups today. So I'm going to check on you later. All right. And we got Ladybug in the house. Ladybug as well. Hello. And we had Tardy Key already. I'm happy that y'all are with me. I want y'all to enjoy your weekend. I'm not going to hold you up no more. I hope you enjoy it. And I will see you next Saturday, same time, same place, Yoga with Tianna. If you want some merch, I also have that as well. The link is down in the bio. Okay, on the way to NOLA. Kiddies for meditation. Oh, hi, kiddies. Hey, girl. See, family. It's so great to have people that you know and they're supporting. Oh, yes. Kiddies, we took meditation teacher training together. I do also do meditation, and that will be dropping as well. Oh, it's been a good Saturday. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I'm going to get out and explore and can't wait to see you again. Again, won't hold you up. Thank you and see you next time.